Hi guys, it is Driven Fitness Erica here, your friendly and fabulous Orange County personal trainer. Happy Friday. It is time for, this is imbalancing. It's time for our Facebook Live seminar, and we are talking about core today, just like we talked about last week. So while I see if anyone jumps on, it's 12:02. This is what we're doing today. I have all my little props, stability ball, oops, they're over here, my furniture movers, my body, and then this is what, hey Julie, this is what I have written down we're going to go over today, my shaky hands, here in my studio in Lake Forest. So I'm going to try to get this set up while people maybe log on. Hopefully that's going to balance and not fall over so I can show you guys some stuff today. So last week I was at the dunes, and so I couldn't demonstrate core exercises for you. But we talked about crunches and why I do not like them as a core exercise. And so while we're waiting for people to log on today, if they can join us, then I'm going to just recap that real quick. So, like I said last week, core is an extremely important part of your body. It provides stability. It's your foundation. Hi, Brandy. Welcome. Happy Friday. And your core is not just your muscles, your ab muscles, is what people normally think as a six-pack. It's basically everything front body, back body, side body, from your torso to your hips. So a lot of things make up your core, a lot of muscles besides just these ones that we typically think of as part of your abs. Hi, Stephanie. I can't read from this far away, so I have to keep going forward so I can see who's joining us. So the reason I don't like crunches these days for your core, number one, I don't think I mentioned this last week, but there is a very well-known researcher. His name is Stuart McGill out of Canada. He has done a lot of research on core, and he's done a lot of research on crunches and the way that we typically do crunches. And through his research, he's shown that crunches are really, really not good for your spine, that constant flexion of your spine like this, when you do it over and over and over again. Now, he's testing thousands and thousands of repetitions, so if you're going into the gym and occasionally doing crunches, is it going to kill you? No. But there are a lot of better exercises that you can do to create a strong core and a good foundation. The second reason I don't like crunches is because most of us, and Brandy said last week that this made her sit up straight, was I was going sideways so I can show you. So our world these days puts us in this kind of position, right? So we're at our computer, we're at our desks, we're in our car, we are on the couch like this with our phones, which is a really, really bad way to sit for your posture. So what you want to do when you go into the gym is counteract that. We don't want to go into the gym and just do more of what we're already doing. Hey, Linda, 20 hours of the day or whatever, which is this motion. So then we go into the gym, we do our crunches, and that's more of that forward bending motion. So we want to take that out as much as possible. So give me a quick thumbs up if you're on board for that and you want to learn some new exercises that are better, in my opinion, than crunches. So we are going to start with, I'm looking at my notes up here. If you didn't see me, I showed the list. We're going to go through planks today, lots of different planks. We're going to do some stuff on a Swiss ball or stability ball, and we're going to do some stuff on gliders. So we are going to start, number one, with regular old plank so we can get your form set up properly in a plank position. So plank, the reason why I like plank, give me a quick thumbs up too so I know if you can hear me when I'm this far away. The reason I like plank is because it creates stability through your whole body, and it works really every muscle from your shoulders, oh good, a thumbs up, your shoulders down to your ankles. So it creates a lot of strength through shoulders, core, quads, glutes, everything all at once. The thing I mostly see people do wrong in planks when I see them at the gym is that they are either, so this is your standard plank. Hopefully you can see my whole body, okay? Standard plank. Shoulders relax down. Most people are here. See how my back is bent like that? It's very uncomfortable and it's not good for your back. You want to create the plank motion by contracting your belly button up into your spine to create this plank movement, okay? So body like a board. Not here, turn the belly on. Second thing I see is this, right? Also not great. We want you nice and flat. When you're working on your plank, I say this all the time in my classes, you want to think about reaching from the chest forward and reaching from the heels back. So you're creating that nice long line. You're squeezing your belly into the midline, you're squeezing your inner thighs together, you're squeezing your glutes together, you're relaxing your shoulders. So plank. Number one thing to get down right away is a very simple plank position. And you should be able to hold a plank at least a minute, if not longer. So if you're brand new to exercise, you want to be doing your planks, practicing gradually up to 60 seconds and then more. You do not want to feel planks or any of these exercises actually in your low back. If you do, your abs aren't working properly. They're not doing the job. Your low back is doing the job. So if that happens, you want to come down, reset your form, and try again. Maybe like on the standard plank I showed you, you want to come down to your knees. That's a little bit easier and will take some pressure off. So you have to find what works for you. Sound good? Hi, Dory. Okay, so number one, plank. You gotta learn that one first before you can do any of these other things because you gotta have the foundation to build on, right? So, plank, form, that was first on my list. Variations. So I personally, when I work out, I don't know, you guys can give me a little thumbs up or write in a little note. I get super bored just holding my plank, so rarely do I hold my plank for more than a minute because I just don't like it. So I will add variety to make it a little bit more interesting. And when you want to work your core, you want to think about working your body in three directions, okay? Your body goes forward and back, your body goes laterally, side to side, and your body twists. Can you see that? It twists. So you want to work your core in all three of those directions, forward, back, side to side, twisting. And you can do that in a plank. So, example number one. I'm going to crawl on over here. Plank. You can add a body saw plank. So you're here and you're just shifting forward and back over your toes. But see, my body stays straight, but I'm shifting that forward and back motion over the shoulders and toes. You can do it for time or for reps. That's that front and back motion, okay? Side to side. You can take your plank and shift right and left. That gets the lateral motion. Last one you can do that's an easy change for a plank is twisting. You can twist your hips once at a time, side to side. That adds the twisting. You can also twist through the upper body, okay? Like so. So that adds the rotation. The reason I like rotation the most is if you're really crunched for time, crunched for time, did you get that? Is because the twisting motion actually incorporates all three of the motions that we want. So say like if you are super busy and you have like time to do two things, do something that's twisting because you're going to be working those muscles in all of those planes of motion. So why doesn't everyone just quickly type in, if you currently do planks, how many times a week you do planks or some sort of core exercise? I want to see where you guys are at now. Okay, so and while you're doing that, I'm going to look to see what I have next on my list. We got body saw plank, twisting plank. So side plank and reverse plank are going to be next. So side plank is one that also is overlooked many times. We're working the side muscles to create stability laterally. Side planks, you're going to hold for 30 to 40 seconds. Option one, level one, your knee stays down. Everything is in alignment. I'm trying to stack this hip over that hip, trying. My elbow is right underneath my shoulder, and I'm going to lift. And I reach through these fingertips and I crunch through this side of the body and I hold, okay? Option 2 is a split stance, a little bit harder. Option 3 is stacked, one foot on top of the other. Option 4, starfish, and relax. So 4 different options, starfish being the most difficult, and it also works that outer glute, which is the small glute muscle, the glute medius, which is very weak on a lot of people. So side planks, another option that's better than crunches. Julie says she works hers 3 times a week in class. Great. Planks a few times a week, Brandy. Some core 5 days. Yay, that's awesome. So when you're thinking about working core, core is like any other muscle, right? So it does need to be rested. So just like anything else, make sure you're not doing the same thing every day. Make sure you're giving your core a break one day if you're doing serious ab work, because those muscles need to be rested just like if you're gonna rest your quads or your shoulders or whatever. So make sure you have a good balance and that you are resting them some days. Okay, the last exercise is the reverse plank, which for many years was my most hated of like all yoga exercises. I was super weak along my back chain, low back, glutes, hamstrings, and when you are super weak along that line, this is a very hard exercise, but that's why it's so important, because a lot of us are weak through there, and a lot of us don't pay attention to that side of the body when we're thinking about core. So reverse plank is next. I make my people hold this for 30 seconds. Okay. So option 1, tabletop. I like to have my hands turned inward. If that is uncomfortable for you, you can turn them outward like so. Bent knees, you're gonna squeeze your buns up and just lift. You can look straight, you can look up towards the sky. Here for 30. Option 2, extend your legs out, same thing, roll the shoulders back, press the buns up and hold. Most people are going to be down here, just from a lack of strength. You want to work on getting those buns up, squeezing tight, tight, tight. That is a wonderful one for back core, okay? All right, let's see. No one else said how many times a week they exercise. They do their core, put that in. Does anybody else hate reverse plank as much as I do? It's not so bad now because I've done a lot of work to strengthen my back chain, but oh man. Hey Dina. Dina, watching us from vacation, impressive. You can do your core on the beach. Okay, next we're gonna go into a few of my tools that I like to have with me at all times, not at all times, but at home and at the gym. And they're really easy for you to purchase and have you at home for your own home core workouts. So number 1 is the stability ball. So stability ball looks like this. You can buy them like at Home Goods, you can buy them at exercise studios, you can get them online. The squishier it is, the more difficult it's gonna be. So you wanna make sure that it's like got a good amount of air in it so it's stable. So we are going to now add a plank on the stability ball. This is one I like to have my clients do very often. It's called ABC plank. What you're gonna do is go into a plank with your elbows on the ball and then spell the alphabet with your elbows. So you're down here. You have to do this one on your toes. You're here. Make sure you're not laying on the ball. That's really cute. It doesn't do very much. You gotta press yourself up out of the ball, and then you're gonna make big letters with your elbows. C, D, E, F, all the way until you get to Z. Now for this one, the wider your feet are apart, the more stability you'll have, so it'll be easier. And again, hey Brandy, you just wanna make sure, hi Erica, that your butt isn't up in the air, okay? So nice flat butt, strong, stable through the shoulders for your ABC plank. For those of you who just joined, I am going through some of my favorite core exercises that are not crunches. We just went through planks, and now we are going through stability ball. Brandy says that looks horrible. It's super fun and horrible. I bet I have more horrible ones coming up. So really quick, if you missed that ABC plank, you're here, plank on that ball, and you do the ABCs until you're done, okay? Again, You have to have a good stable stationary plank on the ground before you can do these more advanced planks. Okay, you can also do a plank on the stability ball with your hands on the ground and your feet on the ball. And you can just hold, right? Or you can lift a leg. So I'm gonna demonstrate that one. You also can go into a tuck, which is just a basic variation of the plank. So I'll go through that as well. I like to Superman myself over, try not to fall until my feet are on the ball. So number one version, just regular plank here. You're staying here holding 30 to 60 seconds. Next, you can add a leg lift, side to side, just like that. And you can actually touch laterally, side to side. I'll show you this way. Hopefully I won't flash anybody, sorry. You can add a leg drop, trying to keep your hip bones even, okay? Advanced planks. Here, set your form, then you lift a leg up, drop it down and up, my pants are stuck, drop it down and up, okay? So, whew, I'm working up a sweat. Hi, Donna. Okay. Hi, Michelle. So, that was the stability ball plank with the leg lift. The trick on that is you really have to hold that core straight. You want those pelvic bones and your little pelvic bones here right on either side not to be moving all around, right? So you're trying to create movement through your external body, your limbs, while keeping that tight foundation. So that was leg lift on the stability ball. Oh, tuck. So tuck is next. So you're gonna Superman over your stability ball. The farther away from your knees or hips that the ball is, the more difficult it is. So you can take it out, bend the knees in, lift the butt, and then go back into your plank. And I'm pulling my belly button in the whole time. You can also do it straight leg. Okay? Also options for advanced planks. That's Dina's favorite. Yay, you have lots of those next week in your program. Okay, the last one on the stability ball is a side plank. So if you want to take it up a notch, we'll see how this goes with me. This isn't my best one. You can add a stability ball for your side plank. Okay. So, again, strong foundation through your elbow, wide legs, and you lift into your plank. Level 1, the hand stays. Level 2, 3, your hand goes up. Okay? The wider your leg is in a scissor, the more stability you have. Whoops, that's a tough one. I lost my stability ball. So why don't you give, you've done those straight up, those are rad. Those are awesome. And you know what? I can't get to my stability ball. Those tucks and pikes on the stability ball are really, really good for mountain biking because they create so much stability through the shoulders, right, in this position. So that's a good one for you. So if you have a stability ball that you use or have used or could use, why don't you give me a quick thumbs up? Okay, last one, guys, last of 3. This one's a little longer today than normal, I know. Furniture movers. Let me grab my last tool. So a lot of things like the tucks or the pikes, you can also do on these gliders instead of a ball. These are kind of interchangeable. You can go to a fitness website, I won't show the brand, a fitness website and pay a lot of money for these, which is what I did. They're really cute. They glide on carpet. Or you can go to a large home improvement store and buy furniture movers for like $6. These ones are kind of small. I actually recently saw some bigger square ones that would be better because these are a little bit small for your feet and hands, but you can do this as well. So if you have carpet in your home, then these are awesome because you can do like lunges with them. You can do so much stuff with gliders. My clients know they hate these, but they're super effective and so easy to use. Not easy, but like, you know, it's not complicated to go buy these. So my 3 exercises for core with the gliders are, number 1 is wax on, wax off, which is again, just a moving plank. You're gonna go into push-up position. Can you see me? Yep. And all you're gonna do is wax, let's see, let me go at an angle here so you can see me. You're gonna twist your hands, circle in one direction, twist in the other. Circle, circle, and then you go opposite direction, circle, opposite direction, circle. 10 per arm. And what you wanna avoid is the hips going side to side. Again, keeping everything strong. Okay. 2 more, twist. I take my 2 gliders. This is one of my favorites, it's just fun. Your feet are gonna go on them, hands on the floor, into your plank position, and you're just gonna take one leg and twist, then the other leg. Twist, twist, twist. Using your obliques along the side of your core. Just like that till you get to 20. Boom. Working these guys, okay? Feeling it here with the gliders. Last one, and my clients know alligators. They know alligators very, very well. So you need a little space for this. By the way, if you have wood floors, you can use, these purples do come in like a fabric design that will work on wood floors. You can also use towels or like microfiber towels. They aren't quite as slick as the gliders, but the last one I'm gonna show you is gaiters. Everyone hates these. They're so good for your whole entire body. I'm probably gonna disappear on this end over here and you'll see me come across. So you're gonna use 1 glider. You're using the strength of your arms and hands to pull you across the floor, just like that, super easy. Okay, ready? Here we go. Alligators. All right, stable plank position, and away you go, just like this. And you can go backwards. Here I am, hi. And that was that. Alligators, I like those because I also think they're fun, although, you know, I have kind of a strange definition of fun. So I might be the only one. So that's it. So those are my variations of core exercises you can do 2 to 3 times a week, varying levels of difficulty to really help strengthen your entire core, not just the front of your abs, and not in a position, Brandy says that made me laugh. Good, I'm breathing hard, but I'm laughing too. To strengthen your core so that you have a good posture and a nice, straight, solid foundation for your spine. So that concludes this week's Facebook Live. All great for at-home practice. Yes, Julie, you can do all of them at home. So if you liked this kind of practical Facebook Live where I'm showing you exercises and giving you ideas, then give me a quick thumbs up or go ahead and put something into the comments field, because we can do this more often with all kinds of different exercises, butt builders and arm strength, you know, whatever you want to work on. So if you would like to get more of that kind of stuff where I talk about form, how to properly execute movements, then definitely let me know and we can do more. Next week, we are going to talk, and hopefully I remember this for next week, we are going to talk about stability versus mobility or flexibility, and how it can lead to injuries when you have more of one than the other. So that might be a brand new topic for some of you. Some of you might not even know what I'm talking about, but you will by the end of the Facebook Live. So that's it. Does anybody have any really quick questions about core? Donna says, time to get the ball down from the rafters. That is right, because you can also be sitting on it, right? There are so many stability ball exercises you can do that are great for both like therapy purposes and also just general fitness. So we could do a whole one just on stability ball. But next week, mobility versus stability. Hopefully I gave you reverse crunches. It depends on what kind of reverse crunch it is, Julie. and how healthy your back is. Again, for someone who does not have a healthy back, crunches are not, of any kind, are not a good idea. If you have a healthy back, you know, reverse crunches are the same as a regular crunch. I mean, you're creating the same movement, right, through the back. So if you do it occasionally in a class or whatever, it's not gonna kill you, but there are probably much better things that you can do, I know because we know each other, specifically for your core. So, you know, the planks, side planks, anything that opens you up in general is gonna be a lot better. Okay, so everybody go get your stability balls down from the rafters. Go support your local home improvement store if you wanna get furniture movers, and let me know how everyone's planks are doing. I might check in next week. Oh, and the last thing, in this group, this private group, we are starting the OC Health and Fitness Friends. We're starting our 30-day plank challenge next Monday. Jordan Severo, who is the person who does all our posting, she's gonna be leading it, and we're gonna be using a variety of planks from my YouTube channel and some things that she pulls from her resources. So if you want to participate in that, we're gonna go through 30 days of different planks. Definitely invite your friends to join the group. It's free. We're just doing it for fun. And so that will be our next challenge, which starts on Monday the 9th. Can't wait for that. And we will see you guys soon. Have a great weekend. Bye.